Hi, my name is Zuriel. I'm from The People Review, and today will be a review of the HTC Desire Z. It gets the Z name from its hinge, which is, I don't know if you just saw it. Anyways, all that and more in the review, so I'm not gonna go through it. Let's just get straight into the review. Anyways, HTC Desire Z, is it what you're looking for? Is it what you want? Is it enough high-end for you? Or would you rather go for a more high-end device like the the upcoming HTC Sensation or Desire S or Incredible S? Anyways, I'll be going through everything in the description, from hardware to software to what's under the hood, what's over the hood. I gave you a hint, didn't I? Anyways, not gonna talk too much. Wait, I just did talk too much. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so before I get started with the actual phone, I'm gonna go through the hardware and some of the specifications, the hardware specifications. Okay, so on your left hand side, you got a volume rocker on the top, which is quiet. It's not raised, but it's just it blends in with it. But on the back here, because it's curved, it's a bit raised. It gives you a nice tactile response. It's not the best, I've used better, but it manages your what you need to do. And then at the bottom here, you got a standard micro USB to USB auto charging or sync slot, I think, is port, whatever you want to call it. On the right hand side, you have a little switch, which I'll show you when I'm going through the back. You have a camera shutter, which is always a nice feature that they could put on phones, and nothing here. On the top, you have a 3.5mm headset jack, as well as the power and lock key. And on the bottom, you have the microphone, and as you can see, the Z hinge. And on the front, we have a 3.7-inch Super LCD capacitive display, which is 480 by 800 pixels. It is Gorilla Glass. It has accelerometer sensor for UI rotate. It has proximity sensor at the top. It has an optical trackpad at the bottom. It's optical trackpad. You have your 4 main Android buttons. I'm just going to zoom in on them a bit. Let me just do this so it can light up. And because of the lighting situation I'm in at the moment, it's not going to show full light, but it's backlit, so it will light up. And at the thing, you can see the keyboard is also backlit, so if I just cover the sensor, you can see it light up, and which is really nice at night. So that's the keyboard. I'll go over the keyboard just later on, but let me just go over the back. On the back, you have a 5-megapixel camera which shoots at 720p HD recording with LED flash. It's got geotagging and face detection. Unfortunately, they don't have a front-facing camera, which is kind of something I would have expected in a high-end device nowadays, but it's not something that isn't necessary. For some people it is, for some people it's just there for taking portrait photos, but I didn't see it as a big problem. So if you didn't need a front-facing camera, this would be a nice phone. The back-facing camera is alright quality. I'll put some pictures now, you can see them. It's alright quality. It's not the best quality you can get out there. There is, of course, way better phones. For example, iPhone 4, which has a magnificent, if I can say magnificent camera. I didn't expect it. From seeing the previous iPhones, I wasn't expecting that good quality. Anyways, so now that we've talked about the overall hardware, let me show you this hinge, this battery I was talking about. So this little switch I showed you, you just pop it and this pops up, and then you put your battery. Is a 1300 milliamp hour battery, which is rated in at 9 hours and a half on 2G and 6 hours and 40 minutes on 3G talk time. You got your speaker here, which when you cover the back cover, when you put the metal on, it's got it's like a little slot. And something else I forgot to mention, at the front you have this nice kind of unibody design, which HTC is starting to put in more and more of their devices, it gives it a high grade feel. Now this is 119 by 60.4 by 14.2 millimeters, which is quite big, but considering it has a keyboard, it's not that thick. I've seen thicker phones without keyboards. The problem where this comes in form factor is the weight. It's a bit weighty at 180 grams. Considering you're getting a keyboard, I don't think it's that weighty, but I think HTC could have done a bit of slimming down, or a bit of a diet for this phone. Anyways, now something that most of you, I think, watching this review have been waiting for is the keyboard. Now, as you can see, the hinge, it pops up, but something I didn't like about it, it doesn't got that, you know, spring load. It's not spring loaded, so you have to like kind of push it halfway, or just stick like that, or go back. So you have to give it a little bit of a, you know, push, or just go back, so you have to push all the way. So it's not something that makes me wanna, oh no, I don't wanna buy the phone anymore. It's got enough feeling that like, I'll show you. So if you're gonna push it like this, it's not gonna work. So you have to just go like that and then start typing. So it's not something that is like the phone is bad or anything, but it's just something that HTC could have, you know, fixed. But I think they'll probably leave it till the next design of this phone. But now for the actual keyboard, once you push it up, I'll just show you guys. Once you push it up, you get to the keyboard. It's a really nice, and I can't express my I love this keyboard. It's really spaced out. It's got that nice tactile response. It's bit raised, not the best raising you're gonna get, but it's nice for an actual, like a phone QWERTY keyboard. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but because of the Z hinge, it gives it more space to raise the keys. HTC had more space to raise it. So you got your typical QWERTY keyboard. You got QWERTY and then all that. And then something I like is that they've made their own, like, not dedicated row for the QWERTY keyboard, but it's taken up 3 key spaces, which is really nice, especially when you're going for the space. You got the 2 shortcut buttons, which you use sometimes, but not all the time. I like how it's got the 2 uppercase buttons here and here. You got your FN, you got your tab, and once you want to use those symbols, you can just click that, or you can double click it to keep it on. And you also got your typical Android buttons, menu and search. I was hoping they had a back or home key instead of that. I didn't really use that search key, but some people might use it. I liked how they had the menu. I would have not minded maybe home or back. That would have been nice, but you know, we can just keep saying it would be nice, but it's not there. So let's talk about what's there. Anyways, let's get into the phone with some specifications. It's got 1.5 gig internal memory. It's got 512 megs of RAM. It has a micro SD slot up to 32 gigs, which is under the battery. It has GPRS, Edge, 3G, Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN with DLNA and Wi-Fi hotspot. It has Bluetooth version 2.1 with A2DP. It does not have infrared. It has USB port, which comes out of the micro USB, which takes it to 2.2, version 2.2 of USB. It has an 800 MHz Scorpion processor, Adreno 203 GPU, which again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's the MSM 7230 chipset. It is running a, not stock build, actually HTC Sense overlay of Android 2.2, which I should mention is really snappy. It's got that aluminium unibody design. It's got digital compass. It has GPS. It has FM radio. For the browser, it has Flash 10.3, which it comes with 10.1, which is upgradable to 10.3. It has push email, MMS, and SMS.